Bronwyn, I want to shift gears here a bit, though, and get your take on the government's obsession with the idea that getting our migration numbers back up is going to fix all our problems. Now, there was a report today that there's going to be basically a Canberra-sized hole in our population in terms of, actual numbers because we lost all that overseas migration during the pandemic. But shouldn't we be building our own skills, our own productivity, rather than just simply importing people when we need somebody to do a job?
Yes, indeed. And we can't go back to the old model. We just can't. We've had if it is 500,000 that would have come that didn't come, then that's so much breathing space. Because what happens is the government says we'll bring all these people in, but it isn't responsible for all the things that flow from it, like housing, land availability, hospitals, schools, the things that the states then have to deal with. And the fact of the matter is, if you just keep bringing people in and think, well, hopefully, because they really want to be here, want to work hard, maybe they'll create some new businesses, which many of them have done, for which we're very grateful, and make good citizens. But if you look at the numbers of people that this government's likely to bring in, watch, it'll be family reunion.
Yep.
Because they're the ones they look to for votes. They did it when they were last in government. And then the Liberal government came in and scaled that back, and it was people who were going to be needed in the workforce, so it changed. But you can't go back to the thing of continue or banking on growth coming from immigration.
And just on that point about growth, Bronwyn, I mean, the fact is that all of the activity of building houses, roads, hospitals, all of that sort of city building stuff that grows the GDP, but it doesn't add any extra productivity to the economy. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Well, it can if those people come in and they bring capital, and they start a new business, and they start employing people and actually build growth. I mean, if you look at an old model like when they brought in no-fault divorce, and we had a lot more divorces, that meant two people who lived in one house suddenly needed two houses. They had two lots of garbage tins. So GDP grew, but I'm not sure we became any more efficient or grew in terms of productivity. So just having that sort of model doesn't work. It has to be productivity, and productivity is at a very low rate in this country. Really, really bad. And in all the debates I hear about increased wages for this and the more union power, I do not hear the word productivity. Just isn't in the conversation.
And it's only really coming from mining and associated industries at the moment, and they're chasing that stuff out of town at a rate of knots.
And agriculture. And they want to curtail that too.
And watch some of the nitrogen stuff that's going to happen. Just you watch, like it's happening in Europe.